What's going on, guys? So I'm here with Josh.
What's good, fam?
And I got some big news for you guys, and that is got a little surprise. Hondata Flashpro, guys. So finally, after like a year and a half of owning this car, I finally got Flashpro. So I'm finally gonna run a base map right now until I could get either an E-tune or a dyno tune, and that is what we're doing right now.
Yes, sir. So we're gonna pretty much start them off with just a regular Hondata base map, only because, you know, it does make a difference, guys. If you don't have Hondata, even if you go with the completely stock tune, it makes a huge difference. So, you know, his car's gonna pull way harder with this. The only thing I recommend, he does get a tune eventually, because, you know, the knot counts and stuff are gonna be a little you know, suspect, because
Yeah.
you're not on like a legit tune for your car. But this does have the engine short ram intake tune. So unfortunately mine didn't have the K tune colder intake tune with like the exhaust and shit. So you have a better, you know, setup already.
So it's lit. I'm really hoping I notice some gains with this, guys. I did go all out when I got this brand new. I know a lot of people like to buy them used because they're so expensive, but stay tuned, guys. Let's see what kind of magic this works. So Hondata is officially installed. I'm running a Skunk 2 base map right now. It's set up for a InGen short ram intake, a Skunk 2 header, and stock cat. So I do have the Q300 right now, so I do get a little air, a little better flow with that catback. So I guess it kind of compensates that with the header. Versus like with the stock catback, maybe not as much, but it seems to be running really well. I was just running the InGen short ram intake tune, and personally it didn't feel as powerful as the Skunk 2 one. So the big thing I noticed with Hondata so far is the smoothness is insane. Like, compared to stock, especially with like downshifts and whatnot, I used to have to really mash on the gas in order to get it into my downshift or whatever. And now with Hondata, I can just kind of feather it because it compensates the air intake. So it really just feather the gas and it downshifts like butter now. And another big thing is there's no rev lag. So basically, when I'm going up in gear, when I'm just switching gears, no lag whatsoever, goes right in. And compared to stock, it kind of took a little bit to drop. And another big thing is the mid-range and low end compared to stock is 100 times better. Before, my top end was like my really only strong point in this car, and now that I have the Hondata, it really opened up my low and mid-range, and my top end is probably about the same as stock. Honestly, I'm not gonna really hype that up too much. The top end really didn't make that big of a change, but the low end and mid-range is definitely 100 times stronger.
He's about to smack that pole. He did spin. Well, chirp second, so.
Boy, if you don't get...
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
This guy's bugging.
Hi guys, so as you can see, I don't know if you can hear it, but the VTEC hits a lot earlier. Oh, and you guys obviously saw that guy trying to cut me off just now. Had to give him the quick work.
The quick 1-2 Mayweather.
Yeah, that quick 1-2, guys. But anyways, yeah, now that I have this new map, VTEC now hits at 4K. Or my first cam, it hits at like 4200, and then I think my second cam kicks in around at like 46, 48, and my new red line is 8600. I don't bring it there. I don't think I'm gonna, honestly, but I do have that option, which is pretty cool. Another big thing is the adjustable launch control. I currently have mine set at like 4K, which I think if I really went any higher than 4K, I don't think it would grab too well. So that's what I got it set at right now. And let's talk about pricing a little bit. I did buy it brand new. I did buy a Hondata Flashpro brand new. I did drop around like 700 or 690 to be exact. And is it worth the money? Definitely worth the money, guys. This is definitely the best modification I've done to the car so far. The smoothness on it. Also, another thing is I'm only on a base map right now. It's not even like a real tune. So if you want to do anything with this car, you need to get Flashpro. If you're gonna get bolt-ons to this car, you need to get Flashpro, or else that air fuel is gonna be all messed up. Let's check to see what mine's at right now. It's at like 4,500, which is pretty ideal. It spikes around, of course, that's just what they do, but it settles in around like 4,500, which is ideal for this car. So the map I'm running, although I don't have a header, is definitely a perfect setup. But like I was saying, I do want to get I'm probably going to go with an E-tune. I thought I was going to go with a dyno tune, and Josh kind of talked me into getting an E-tune, and it is way more practical, honestly, guys. Just because I am going to change this setup quite a few times, I'm definitely not going to stay with this setup. And if I went with a dyno tune, it's like $400 for like a dyno tune. And if you get an E-tune, it's like $200 for the E-tune from Steve. And if you want to retune with him, it's only 70 bucks. And that's like, you change your setup, whatever, add cams, injectors, change your cold air out, add a new catback header, whatever, $70 for a new tune. So you can't really beat that practicality, guys. I'm definitely not going to keep the same setup. So I definitely do think I'm going to go with an E-tune. So basically, I'm just going to go with an E-tune for now because it's going to help my car run good. I'm going to be obviously maximizing my power. Or not completely maximizing them, but I'll be getting a lot of power out of my modifications compared to what I would stock or on a base map. And then once my build is really complete, or when I think it's getting to that complete stage, I'll go with a dyno tune. But in terms of the progression of the build, I'm definitely going to stay with the E-tunes. And it's just what Josh talked me into, so I really think it's definitely a good idea. So guys, after running the InGen short ram intake tune for just a little bit, and then compared to the Skunk 2 map, I know I said before, but it really was a night and day difference, honestly. The bottom end on the InGen short ram intake, mid-range, may have had a little more power than the Skunk 2 map, but the Skunk 2's map, mid-range to top end all day was 100 times stronger. The top range might have even beat stock, honestly. I know I said earlier that it was probably around the same, but I really think, considering that this map was made for a header and as high flow as it is made for, it really opened up my top end, and I'm definitely enjoying this base map. And with all this being said, guys, next up for the FA5, I definitely do have other plans. I always have plans for this car. What I do want to do next is buy a brake kit for this car. I've been looking into some brakes for a little bit on K-Series parts. It's my go-to for this car, K-Series parts. So I'm looking into a brake kit. I was going to go big brake setup. I'm not sure if I want to do that quite yet. Maybe later down the road when I go boost or whatever. But for right now, I think I'm just going to stick with like a rotor and pad setup. Maybe go with like a stop tech. I don't know. Got to look into that more. But also, since I am now running Hondata, I can finally get a header. That was the only thing that was ever holding me up with headers, is I didn't have Flashpro, and I didn't want to be completely just leaning my car out. Because it wouldn't be compensating the air fuel enough on stock tune like it does with Hondata. So now that I do have Hondata, stay tuned for the header, guys. The power is just going to keep going up and up. with this car, so I'm definitely excited for the future plans. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope for anyone looking for Hondata, this video may have been helpful for you. If you guys want to keep up with my build, my Civic Si build, 2009 Honda Civic Si FA5 build, then do subscribe. I do post videos every week about my build, other friends with SIs, other cars in general. So if you want to stay in the loop with all that, definitely subscribe and stay tuned, guys. Always having a good time on this channel. And thanks for the support, everyone. Really appreciate it. Peace out, fam.